Welcome to a brand new show on the Thunder and Lightning channel. It's called Bop or Flop, a theme song review show. As many of you know, I, Thunder of Thunder and Lightning Gaming, unabashedly and unequivocally love theme songs, primarily cartoon theme songs, and this show is meant to capitalize on that. I've enlisted the help of my co-host Lightning, who's going to hold a brief conversation with me about each theme song. Here's how it works. I'm going to be judging each theme song on 5 criteria. Number 1, is it good? Simply put, do I like it? Do I enjoy listening to it? Would I listen to it again? Number 2, is it repetitive? This can be either a benefit or a detriment. Most theme songs are repetitive in nature, but this criteria is a balancing act between just repetitive enough and too repetitive that it ends up being annoying. Number 3, does it explain the premise of the show we are about to watch? A competent theme song has the ability to be entertaining and enjoyable while explaining the premise. Some theme songs don't do a good job of explaining the premise. Some waste the entire theme song explaining the premise. This category is another balancing act between annoying versus being entertaining. And overabundant explanation of the premise can be cumbersome, taking into consideration that as a child, you could potentially listen to this theme song anywhere between 2 to 8 times a day. Number 4, is it culture? A lot of TV shows take place in certain locations, and this criteria is here to showcase whether or not these songs take instrumentation or musicality from that location or time period. This one might not always be applicable. Lastly, is it fun? Is it creative? Art imitates art, and that is nowhere more prevalent than the art of writing theme songs. This criteria focuses mainly on if the theme song in question was able to bring something new to the table while still keeping a fun energy, because a theme song's gotta be fun. Of course, at the end of the day, these all boil down to my opinion and my opinion alone. If you have a different opinion than the ones I present, I'd love to hear about them down in the comments. So, without further ado, let's get to the questions.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for that intro, Anthony. Welcome back to Bop or Flop. I'm your host, Lightning.
And I'm the guest, I guess? What is this energy you're bringing?
My always guest. Listen. Trying to be a good host on the show that you so nicely had me as an afterthought in. Trying to bring a very good character to it.
I didn't have you.
Anyways, let's get right back to it.
You weren't an afterthought. I needed some help. I guess you were an afterthought. Let's just get right into it.
First off, we have Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
Who's a little like butter and oil?
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
What's in the kettle and ready to boil?
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
First question, is it good?
So, yes. And here's where I go on a tangent in the very first question. So, this theme song is the perfect example of bad show doesn't mean bad theme song. Because, I don't know if you remember, but I've lamented to you before that I do not like the theme song to Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. I was completely wrong. I love this theme song. It's the show that's bad.
Okay.
I do not like the show. Perfect example, Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory theme song is awesome. I love it.
The earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built a wall. We built the pyramids.
You couldn't pay me to watch that piece of show. Also, speaking of Big Bang Theory, the voice of Brandy on Brandy and Mr. Whiskers is Kaylee Cuoco, who plays Penny on Big Bang Theory. Also, it's sung by Lou Bega, the guy who does Mambo No. 5.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica.
Really?
Yeah, that was him.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yes, I do.
Two-hit wonder.
Yeah. People ever. This theme song was actually nominated for an award. It
Are you
didn't win,
kidding me?
but yeah.
That's funny.
Probably something to do that was written for and sung by Lou Bega. But yeah, it is good.
Is it repetitive?
Yes. So this song is repetitive, but it's not annoying because it's a call and response. Because the whole song is like, who are the people we're talking about? Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. But who are the people that we're talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like call and responses
it's a call and response.
What will it take for your friendship to thrive?
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
Can you avoid being eaten alive?
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
The whole premise of the
concept of call and response is repetition.
Right, exactly.
For people who don't know, a call and response is when one voice or instrument does a thing and then another voice or instrument
Does
like
a secondary melodic line
Yeah.
that responds to the
sort
question
sort
set
of
up by
like
the first
sort of like a conversation.
Exactly.
Break it down. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. 'Cause uptown.
Does it explain the premise of the show we are about to watch?
Yes,
This
it
character's
does. Gonna die soon or hard to maintain.
I mean, well, yeah, don't make me read a paragraph, but trying him out.
I
We're
didn't
testing the
say-
waters.
I didn't say you had to do a
No,
character.
and I never told you I was gonna, but that's
You did.
that's the fun.
What was it? Does it explain the premise of the show we're about to
You
watch?
wrote the questions.
I always forget the order. It does, and it does, like, because most of it's metaphorical. Like, one of them is like, who's in the pot ready to get boiled? That doesn't mean anything. But it's
They made it. I mean, I know we weren't going to talk about the visual aspect, but they made it mean something.
oh yeah. No, but most of the lines in the song are metaphorical. But there's one line there. This song is kind of like, I'll get into that later. But there's like a chorus. They're the ones who do it. There's one line where they're like, there's a dog, there's a bunny. They fell from a plane, and now they're in the Amazon rainforest. See you later. So like, they do a perfect job of not wasting my time, but also explaining like everything that's off camera, like everything that happens before episode 1. It's been explained.
Pretty little kitty with your nose in the air.
Your really dramatic aromatic hair.
Is it cultured?
So here's the thing, sort of, because like the song is the show takes place in the Amazon rainforest, but the song itself is like a Latino pop song.
They
Probably due to the fact that it was written performed by Lou Bega.
It was it's a bit of a cultural appropriation, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing, it is cultured. It stems from
Just the wrong culture.
just the wrong culture. Yeah. So not really, but kind of.
Nose to nose, they can be friends or foes.
Is it fun? Is it creative?
Yes. This is in the heyday of when Disney like could do no wrong in terms of theme songs. And when I say heyday, I mean like from 1983 to like 2010. Like they just like did Disney write it? Then yeah, it's a bop. And this one, like, it is very fun. It takes you on a little journey. It has it has a unique flavor to it. So I'd say yes for question 5.
Okay. Is it bop or flop?
I'd say bop for this one.
Intersectional preferences style. Ay, 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 ay. Brandy Mr. Whiskers.
I used to go to a human school where everyone was the same. Now I go to an animal school because lion's my last name.
My gym partner's a monkey. Question number 1. Is it good?
So is it good? Yes, I do like this one. It's really it's fun to learn, and it's like challenging to learn how to sing it because it's, for the most part, there's no melody. It's just kind of like fast talking. So yeah, I like it. I think it's good.
I'd like to step in.
Sure.
Throw my 2 cents in.
Sure.
Both, they got the voice actors to sing. Sometimes that's a good idea. I
Yeah.
don't think it was in this instance.
I
I didn't think the singing was... I feel like they should have got somebody to do it.
Yeah. We'll get into that a bit later because there is
Okay.
another one that we saw that actually a couple. But yeah, no, I agree. Sometimes that pays off, sometimes it doesn't.
Partner is a monkey.
Number 2. Is it repetitive?
It is, and it's incredibly annoying because the whole song is the kid fast talking, and then the monkey goes monkey, 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 and it's really annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't like listening to it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Number 3. Does it explain the premise of the show we are about to watch?
It barely does. So the first line is the one where he's like, I used to go to a human school, but now I go to an animal school. That's a fine explanation of the plot, but it doesn't like the what happened before episode 1, but it doesn't explain what actually goes on in the show, because the problem with the show is that it's called My Gym Partner's a Monkey, but that's not what the show's about. The show title is a metaphor, as if to say like the I go to an animal school, what else is my gym partner going to be? Like, it's kind of almost a
Right.
pun. The actual show, I don't know if you've ever seen it, they barely are in gym class. It's not about gym class.
Oh, I think I caught a big one, PF.
Good work, Warthog. You caught a student.
That's hardly work. I love fishing.
Me too, Warthog. Me too.
So the problem with having the title be My Gym Partner's a Monkey and then most of the lyrics being My Gym Partner's a Monkey, doesn't really do a good job of telling me, the kid viewer, what's on the table for this show.
I'm gonna need a water if this character is ever gonna survive for the next one.
Okay, you don't have to do the character.
No, listen. Let us know in the comments.
Also, I don't have water.
If you like,
I don't have bottled water in my house right now.
No, I mean for the next one. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
Deal with it. But let us know in the comments if you like my character. If not, I'll never do it again. Trust me. Number 4. Is it cultured?
Not really.
No.
Here's the thing. It's not like jungle music, because it's like an animal school, so they could have done that. But it's also not like. Here's the problem with whether it's cultured or not. There's no actual like music, really. It's just like him fast talking. Until I will say, I meant to say this in the Is It Good section. The highlight of the piece, if you can call it that, is the last line. Because it's the last line of the theme song is the one where it's like, and get ready for the show. So it's got to be like it takes you into the show.
Report to the
Yeah.
And they finally sing. Every time I listen to the My Gym Partners a Monkey theme song, I'm like, I'm proud of you, Adam Lyon. You finally hit a note. But most of there's no real musicality. It's just him talking, like speed talking. But also there's kind of this like dichotomy of like most high school and middle school shows have like a grunge pop feel to them, to the theme song. It kind of started with Pepper Ann. And this one doesn't follow that. So it's not really high school. It's not really jungle either. So
Yeah.
I'd say no.
My jam partner is a monkey.
Number 5. Is it fun? Is it creative?
Is it fun? Yes. It's fun to sing. Like I said, it's fun to learn how to sing. It's very like intensive. Is it creative? Hell no. It's just the words monkey over and over again.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. That
Pretty annoying.
It's actually rather annoying, but like I said, it's fun to learn how to sing.
Well, he took a turn. I'm struggling between wrestler or show host here. We'll figure out which one survives next time. Is it a bop or flop?
I would say My Gym Partner's a Monkey is right in the middle.
Ooh,
I'd say
flop.
I'd say it's neither. I'd say it's neither a bop nor a flop. I'd say it's right. I don't have anything. You can't really combine the words bop and flop. Try to.
Flop.
See it. Ooh. You did it. You did what I couldn't. It's a blop. My Gym Partner is a Monkey is a blop.
Number 3. Am Weasel.
Nope.
That's what's written down on
I
the piece of paper.
I know. I'm sorry.
You don't need pants for the victory dance, 'cause Baboon's better than Weasel. IR Baboon, big star cartoon.
I am Weasel.
Number 1. Is it good?
No.
Is it repetitive?
Yes, it's repetitive in the way that My Gym Partner's a Monkey is repetitive. It's just a guy yelling at me in a deep voice. He just says, I am Weasel over and over again. And by the end, it's like, I don't know if you noticed this, but when we were listening to it, but the music is like, bum, bum, like it's like a jump scare. Like, could you stop? I feel very intimidated. And it's like a kooky show about a weasel and a baboon.
I am Weasel. I am Weasel. I am Weasel.
To be honest, I always thought that was like, you know, when like Dexter's Lab, they have the pretend Avengers.
Yeah.
I thought it was like one of those. I didn't think it is. Okay.
I Am Weasel was a segment on Cow and Chicken. They got their own
yes.
TV show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to.
Does it explain the premise of the show we are about to watch?
Not quite. They talk about IR Baboon a little bit. This show focuses around two characters, IR Baboon and I Am Weasel. And basically the premise is I Am Weasel is like a huge hit and everyone loves him, and IR Baboon is like, I'm going to get him someday, but IR Baboon is for lack of a better term, mentally challenged.
Okay.
And they mention IR Baboon a little bit, but like it's almost like misleading. Like they say in the theme song, IR Baboon is the star of his own cartoon, and like he's not. His whole thing is that he's a kind of like BoJack Horseman and Mr. Peanut Butter. It's almost like IR Baboon is not like that, but they say he is in the. It's just very misleading. It doesn't do a good job of explaining the very, very small premise of this show?
I'm going to answer this next one for you. It's
Oh,
no.
okay.
But obviously you're
Oh.
still going to get the question. 4. Is it cultured?
It's interesting that you said no, because this is the first one that I definitively can say yes, it is cultured. Here's why.
Okay.
There's one song ever that's been written about weasels. It's called
Pop Goes the Weasel.
Pop Goes the Weasel. And if you're going to make a show about a weasel and not much else, what else are you going to do? And they literally, this theme song is the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel. So I'd say for the first time, this is definitively a yes. This is cultured.
Wow. Okay.
All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey stopped to pick up his hat. Pop goes the weasel.
Number 5. Is it fun? Is it creative?
No. No. It's in...
Man, why did you put this on the list? All these answers for this one have been no.
I'm just doing all of them. I picked these ones at random.
Okay.
I'm doing this show. If people like it, goes on until theme songs die or I die.
Okay.
No, it's not fun. It's just someone yelling at you. I know that in question 4 it got a big yes. It's definitely not creative. It's just Pop Goes the Weasel.
Yeah.
Write your own damn song. So no, it's not.
So I are baboon, big star cartoon.
I am Weasel.
Was it a bop or flop?
Flop, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Not a
Sorry,
good-
honestly, I remembered that time. I just figured we all assumed. Number 4.
3, 2, 1.
All grown up. Number 1. Is it good?
Yes, it's very good. This is exactly what I was talking about with Pepper Ann. This is everything I want from a show about middle schoolers.
Number 2. Is it repetitive?
Yes, but it's not annoying. The song is like verse, chorus, but we only get one verse and one chorus. And like choruses in like Western rock music and everything that's derivative of that is repetitive. Choruses are repetitive. So I have been accustomed to music like that, so I didn't find it annoying, but it is repetitive.
Okay.
Like I said at the beginning of the episode, repetitive isn't like saying a definitive yes to the repetitive answer isn't necessarily a jab. It doesn't have to be bad.
Okay. Number 3. Does it explain the premise of the show we are about to watch?
Not really. So
No,
like
it doesn't.
It doesn't do a good job of explaining like what happens episode to episode. It also doesn't do a good job of explaining that it's a spin-off of Rugrats.
Yeah, no, I know.
The only thing that comes close is the fact that Cree Summers is doing the vocals for the theme song, who does the voice of Susie Carmichael, a character from Rugrats.
Yeah.
And Rugrats All Grown Up.
Is it cultured?
Yes. I'm going to say yes because, like I brought up before, Pepper Ann set the bar for, like, this is how high school, like, theme songs about high schoolers go. And, like, this one follows it, like, to a T. Like, I would classify this song as grunge pop for sure. Yeah, I'd say yes.
Okay. Is it fun? Is it creative?
It's definitely fun. It's a blast. I love this song. I sing it all the time. Not very creative, I'd say. It doesn't do anything special that other middle/high school shows do. Like, it's just kind of like you could put this one up against Pepper Ann and Johnny Test, and like if they didn't say the words "all grown up," you'd be like, I wonder which one that was.
Yeah.
So no, not really.
Is it bop or flop?
Well, Chris, I'm gonna say bop.
Woo! Number 5. Mighty Morphin Power. Is it good?
Yes, it is good. Unlike anything we had heard at the time, it's very in your face, and it's very I don't know, it's very good.
Number 2. Is it repetitive?
It is repetitive because it's just the words "Go Go Power Rangers" over and over again.
Yeah.
It is.
It
I don't find it annoying. It's split up with a couple guitar solos, but it is repetitive for sure.
Does it explain the premise of the TV show we are about to watch?
Absolutely not, because the only lyrics
No.
are Go Go Power Rangers and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I know what you're gonna say. I don't count that because
Okay.
there's a monologue at the beginning of the show where Rita Repulsa's like,
After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth.
and then the good guy's like,
Alpha, Rita's escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
that is not in the song. I actually put that as a negative towards the show because that to me says that the people who wrote the theme song did not communicate with the people who wrote the show, and the people who wrote the show would have preferred that the people who wrote the theme song explain the premise a little, and then they just did guitar solos.
Is it culture?
Not really. Like it's about like space and ninjas and giant robots, and there's like nothing really to go off in terms of culture. I think this is the first one where it's like the is it cultured question kind of doesn't come into play at all.
Okay. Is it fun? Is it creative?
So it's definitely fun. Here's the thing about creativity. If there was no Power Rangers and Power Rangers dropped tomorrow with this theme song, I'd be like, this is fun, but hell no, is it creative? This is so derivative. This sounds like every other theme song I've ever like heard in this style. But like, this Power Rangers did it first.
Yeah.
It's inherently creative because Power Rangers was like the first theme song to be like, hey, it's okay to have a rock and roll ass theme song. Like, guitar solos are okay, minimum lyrics are okay. Like, because back then it was either all lyrics or no lyrics. And like, it paved the way. Like, if we didn't have Power Rangers, we wouldn't have like the theme song for like Johnny Test, Dragon Ball Z Kai, like VR Troopers, even like everything like that.
Any anime intro.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Because even though this is live action, this is pretty much an anime.
Yeah.
So much so that this show, if for those of you who don't know, was recorded and produced in Japan, and then they brought it over here, and they just replaced all the scenes when they're out of the costume with American actors.
Is that true? I actually didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Every scene in American Mighty Morphin Power Rangers where they're in the suits, it's the Japanese actors.
Oh, wow.
That's why the yellow one doesn't have a dress, because the yellow one's a dude in Japan.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, very creative, especially for its time.
All right. Moment of truth. Is it a bop or a flop?
It's a bop.
Alpha, Rita's escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
Well, there you have it, guys. The first episode of Bop or Flop. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. I enjoyed making it, and I would love to do this again if people like it. I love theme songs, and this was just a great excuse to talk about nothing but theme songs. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Thunder. This is Thunder and Lightning Gaming. The other voice you heard in this episode is Lightning. We are a Let's Play channel. We have multiple podcasts, but mostly we Let's Play. And we wanted to try something new with Bop or Flop. Once again, like I mentioned earlier, these were all my opinions. Of course, you can have your own opinion. And if you do have your own opinion that you want to talk about, leave it in the comments and let's start a conversation about it. I love hearing people's opinions about theme songs, especially ones that I like listening to. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and give us a like and a comment. And if you're not new here, make sure to give us a like and a comment. We're still trying to grow our fan base, and getting the word out any way you can really helps. All right, that was Bop or Flop. I've been Anthony, and see you next time.
Well, thank you all for sticking around. I've been No, I'm not.